The first impression is this is a beautiful country, but the second impression is there is a very complex situation here, political situation, social situation, and we know that this the beginning has been plenty years ago, and the government tries to solve this problem, and I hope it will go good. Well, there are tensions, we see it without any glass. So how to solve it? This is a very, very, very big problem, and but I hope the government of India will do it okay.
Well, my experience is just these 2 days, but it's short, but it's good to have a first view of the situation. We have a briefing of the military responsible of Kashmir. After that, we have a briefing with official administration and the police, the school, and after that, maybe it was the most direct and the most interesting. We have a meeting with some Kashmiri who are responsible of association, who are father of family, and it's not enough, but it's very interesting and it gives a good idea. Well, I think the problem of Kashmir is the terrorism. It's a marvelous place in India. It's everything to grow up, but in fact, maybe it's the statue, maybe it's the terrorists, maybe it's both. I think all of that make a situation completely frozen since many years. And for example, when I was speaking with responsible of communities, they said, "What we just want to have a hospital like other part in India. We just want to have education for my young like other part in the country."
It was very interesting, lots of data, lots of information, but I think if you let in people from the European Parliament, you should also let in opposition politicians from India. So there is some kind of disbalance, but and the government should somehow address it. I think as long as we have access to Kashmir, politicians from India are entitled to have access as well. I mean, from my point of view, even before I came to Kashmir, I used to read a lot about Kashmir for years and years and years, because I mean it's one of the hotspots in this region, and so as we know today that terrorism isn't a thing between two countries, but it's a global problem. I have always said we have to be very careful about Kashmir, and as Afghanistan was always considered, a country far off. No one knew. After 9/11, everyone knew where Afghanistan was. So I think we have to have a very close eye on Kashmir, and it was good to be here. I mean, I do see that the security situation is still stressful and not as it is in other parts of this country or in Germany or in Europe. But I very much hope that this is going to be solved.
Fantastic. The sun's shining. India is a beautiful country, and the hospitality from the Indian government has been second to none. So no, it's been an incredible experience, and obviously learning about what's going on in Kashmir and the situation on the ground has been incredibly informative. And it's certainly, we will take this information back to the UK and also to the European Parliament. I think, the reality on the ground is things are complicated. I think it's clear from the amount of security that is needed for us that there are still issues, security issues on the ground. So, this beautiful place here, it's sad that there are these problems on the ground. I think we're supportive of what the Indian government is doing to bring about peace, because that's what everybody wants, the international community, but also the local people in Kashmir here as well. Everybody wants peace. and I wish them all the best in that endeavour.
I think it's been an amazing experience here in Kashmir and a wonderful opportunity to see for ourselves on the ground actually what the situation is. We had an opportunity yesterday to speak to quite a few local people who had, some of them travelled up to 60 kilometres to come to meet with us to tell us of their daily experiences of life here in Kashmir. And I think the general feeling was that this is the right move for Kashmir, and that they just want to get on with their lives, they want prosperity, they want to be able to trade, to make a living, and to enjoy family life, which is something that all of us want. Yeah, I mean, it is an absolutely beautiful place, as you can see behind us, and I think that they are prime for tourism, they're prime for being able to rebuild their economy without having to have handouts. We've been able to integrate fully within the Indian economy, which is what they want, as well as what India wants. So I think that they should be allowed to do that.